Alize, I just quickly like to ask you about the relationship between the French players and the French crowd. I know like it can be quite variable at times. Sometimes it can be difficult. Do you feel they're maybe more demanding of the French players than foreign players?
Demanding, what do you mean? Like, demanding for who?
They can be. They expect so much.
Oh, well, the French crowd was great today, and I think it depends of how you're behaving on the court, I guess. And I think that now with the years, the crowd gets really nicer and nicer with me, and I think it's you just have to try to call them to make them being behind you by just fighting on every point and just giving them some emotion. I think the French crowd is a tough one, but when you have it with you, it's unbelievable. And when you play on such a big court as Philippe Chatrier, it can give you wings. And today was not a really tight match, but I felt that the crowd was always behind me, and it feels really good.
Do you feel that the crowds sometimes tend to get behind the French male players a little bit more than the female players, or?
Yes. Yes, I think so. I think so, maybe because the men's French player have more personality, I don't know, more character. But I have the feeling that when there is someone like Joe or Gaël Monfils playing, or Gilles or Jérémy Chardy, you feel that they're like really into the match 100%. When there's a girls playing, it's a little bit less, but still, they just expect good tennis. And as long as you play good and give your best, they are behind you. So it's okay. The difference is not huge.
Yeah, just one more question. When, for example, like last week in Strasbourg, the crowd are not being quite so nice, how do you deal with that?
During the match, I try to forget about it. I just try to stay focused on my game and don't think about it, because it's really tough to deal with a tough opponent and a tough crowd, especially when you're home, which is weird. But after the match, I was like really disappointed by the attitude of the crowd, and really because I didn't understand it. I had a good attitude on the court. I was fighting. I was trying my best. And for 3 years that I've been playing in Strasbourg, they just don't like me there. I don't know how it can be possible, but apparently they just don't like me, and I cannot help it. I'm trying my best. And obviously Camilla was just better than me this day, but of course it doesn't make me want to go back there so much. And it's a shame, because we have very few tournaments in France, so it's a shame.